I haven't been here since 1976, and it's deja vu, man. It's like the culture never ended.
You know where I was in 1976?
Where was that?
I was in my playpen with a diaper on. Always up for a project with Victor. He pushes me to the limit every time. Yeah, I didn't recognize this until I started to walk around. I know that modification on the tail end, the interior, and there's some action going on in the front. You know, this is Jack's car. I was trying to get this from him, so I don't know how you pulled that off.
You know, I'm a negotiator. I made him a deal he couldn't refuse.
Victor seems to acquire cars in the same way I may go to the hardware store. Pick up a new wrench, Victor picks up a new car just like that. Somehow he got together with Jack and made this car his. This is one of my favorite stock-bodied cars. It's almost like every year Riviera hits it, you know, from the boat tails to this style. They're all awesome. This car is beautiful as it is. I'm just trying to get on the same page, like what's he thinking?
When I was a kid, back in the days, this is like where I started from. You know, lowrider cars, I'm going back to my roots.
As soon as he says lowrider, I'm like, oh yeah, low and slow. That's cool.
My original idea was just to leave it alone, finish the body work, keep it stock, and just lower it down. Well, then I started thinking, I said, hey, let me see, me and Ian, stock, no way. I stood back and I see a few body modifications so you could kind of see what they are, but I don't take away from my childhood dream. This is what I've always wanted 50 years later.
You're trying to tell me that you still haven't accomplished every childhood dream. There's still a list of them.
This was the last one.
We're in the consultation phase, and sometimes I gotta offer a little dose of reality. The thing is, I know you're subtle. You have this potential to go awry from being subtle.
No bubble top, no fiberglass. We're gonna go just stock with minor enhancements, I promise you. The supercar burned us out. So I wanted just to like take a break and do just a subtle 65 Riviera custom.
Victor's saying it's gonna be easy. We're only gonna modify a couple things.
And same in the back, there's too much fender well. Like 50% of the wheels gotta be covered up.
50%?
50%.
That's not subtle, that's half.
It's subtle to me, come on, give me a break. Had Vinny, my nephew, draw up a rendering on the computer, and I'm showing you what it's gonna look like. It looks factory. I mean, check this out. See how just subtle?
Oh, wow.
And anybody, I took it down. I did around the wheel well, and that's simple. That's just 2 things. That's not 10 things.
Wow, that is, dare I use the word subtle. Victor pulls out this rendering, and I'm pretty impressed. You know, we use the term lowrider. It could go anywhere. It could get really crazy. This looks like it's gonna be pretty classy.
It still looks like a Riviera, right?
If you can rein it in and stick to this looks like 3 things for sure. Like 1, 2. In looking at the rendering, I can see that it's pretty subtle changes. You know, when I'm bringing up the idea of 3 things, it's like, okay, front wheel arch, rear wheel arch, and 1 more time, and we're out. You may have broken new ground here. Have you been in counseling or anything like that?
No, I'm just tired from the last build.
Yeah. It appears that everything else is stock. There's only a side view of this vehicle, and it just looks like a lowered, kind of laid-back cruiser.
I want to take this thing to Santa Maria, Cruising Nationals. That's the best car show of the year.
Oh, for sure.
So we have 6 weeks to get this car completed.
The clincher in this negotiation was Victor's got this deadline. He wants to get to the car show. It's a pretty quick turnaround. I love the idea. I think it'll really keep the reins on Victor's ambitions. I think it'll really keep things in line. 6 weeks, kind of tight. If you can keep it to 3 things, we can get this. And the clock starts now. Deadline doesn't change, but what we decide to do with the car can. That's the factor. You know, as long as we get there, anything goes between now and then. As per the rendering, we'll just make it look as close to that as possible. I've taped it up over there.
Look at that. That thing is so cool. It's gonna be the easiest build you ever done for me.
Thing is, sometimes subtle is harder.
That's a huge change in the side view of the car, so let's just get to it. It's still a 7-foot panel to bodywork.
First rule of a lowrider is it's gotta be low. This car's set up on coil springs all around. We're not gonna use them, so I'm gonna cut them all out just to get the car slammed.
Yeah, I always get anxiety when he cuts my cars out.
You don't really need those springs anymore.
The main enjoyment for me is giving Victor that shock value, you know? He's got a really nice car. I'm sure it was a considerable investment. So to go in there with a blowtorch and just start slicing stuff apart, it's exhilarating.
Smells like fresh baked Riviera.
That's the only time I see you smile is when you tear stuff apart.
Because he's gonna give that tension right back to me. I know it. Later in the fab, he just gets in there and he's picking and picking, you know? So right now, I'm gonna give it to him while I can.
Wow.
It looks good.
Yeah, now that I see it, Ian, man, it's looking like real nice. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful.
That's what I was telling you yesterday.
Getting this car on the ground, you can see it's an awesome lowrider. I mean, as is, and Victor's feeling the same way.
You know, we drew this up and that looks pretty cool. But then as you see the car sitting there,
Victor looking at this car on the ground, I could see maybe having second thoughts, you know? It's like, whoa, you know, do we need to jump into this big project?
she's pretty. Look at that body. Look at the stance already. It's a beautiful car.
So I'm kind of talking them down, telling them we're on the right path, you know, we can do this. It looks good, but we can make it great.
I've never seen what you're describing. You're saying you haven't either. I'm excited to give it a whirl. It's a great freaking project to start, really clean. So we know the rear quarter's a major element. I think we just focus on one side, test it out, and nail it, right? Get it into primer, and then develop the rest as we go. Challenge here is that quarter panel mod gonna make the car better? There's basically no going back.
You know what, I'm committed. It's gonna look incredible when it's done, so let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a lowrider, man, just like the good old days.
I got no problem cutting your cars apart. I've proven it.
As subtle as this project's gonna be, the challenge is to improve on the design. I never have a problem cutting a car apart. It's just, this is such a classy thing. I don't want to go backwards on it.
Envisioning a line somewhere from this point, this arrow, straight forward.
The main focus is to maintain the look of the Riviera. Those body lines should be intact, just slightly modified.
Like Robin Hood, the archer.
Tape's expensive. Victor's buying, so I use that stuff everywhere. The whole thing I need to do with getting the project started is get the car cut apart and just get some eyes in position. See if the sheet metal is going to translate to that idea. Basically going to section the car, but instead of removing material, I'm going to add material.
This is gonna be down here. That's kind of representative. You know, we want to tailor that fender skirt opening to a nice shape that fits the car. First thing is to get that big panel set in the corner. It's a little hard to envision right now. You know, even if you squint and put that tape measure, oh, wait a second, there it is.
The rear end of this car is a huge part of the whole look of this tail dragger stance. So getting this fender cut, we're on the right path.
Now there isn't a hole. Now there isn't a car. Perfect. Riviera 65, lowrider. You know the shop, you know Victor.
We're aiming at getting this wheel arch to look just like the drawing. Right now, I'm just trying to get this thing in the ballpark. Everything changes once you get down to the fine print. Now that we're in the sheet metal phase of it, we might be able to tailor it a little bit more like the Riviera looks.
Now I have something that I can hang this on. This is all set in, and I just attach this to it. So that way I can decide, is the fender here, is the wheel opening back here or up here? And I think I'm gonna cut the bottom of this off so it drops another couple inches. Dun, 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 dun.
Up, see that? This is a first. Usually the shop inspector is the harsh critic, the stink guy. He comes in and he's all tongue. He's like, yeah, this is on. That is the lick of approval. He's into lowriders.
So see, this line will follow straight through.
The big point of concern here is this line that runs the length of the body. The drawing doesn't show it, but it's a primary element in this wheel arch. It comes down the door and goes up over the tire. My goal as of today is to just make it look as close to that drawing as possible. This is all just a setup for discussion.
Ian, how you doing?
Hey man, got a bunch of stuff mocked up. Before Victor came in, I made a mock-up of this lowered rocker panel. That way we can get a feel for the whole side view, how high the car will be off the ground.
Wow, man, you got that thing low. I mean, you know me already.
Yeah,
that thing's on the ground. That's looking real good, man, real good.
This mock-up is important because we're trying to translate this drawing into what the car is actually providing.
You hit it right on the whole panel. The only issue I have is just with the opening of where the tire is. If you could just expand that out, and then, I know I said, hey, put it on the ground, but hey, come on, let me at least go up driveways.
I knew this coming in the door. I was just, just listening. Just waiting for that moment, where it's like, surprise, we're changing everything.
I'm not saying I changed my mind, but I want to enhance my thoughts.
The thing about Victor and working with him is he's always changing his mind. So while I'm building something, I'm thinking of 50 different ways to rebuild it, and that's just the way it is. It's kind of setting yourself up for the inevitable and knowing how to pull through it.
I just want to make a quick mock-up to make sure we're on the right track.
And I think I know how to get what he wants using the stock Rivi parts.
Right there. That's it. And I'm relieved because you just cut up my dream car. I'm thinking, man, did I do a bad thing by wanting to modify the back wheel and the front wheel?
Everybody in the world will just put a fender skirt on the car to lower it, but that's worth the effort for sure. It's cool.
Unfortunately, it's not going to translate into a good finished piece. I'm going to have to rebuild the shape we've created out of some steel stock because it's got to be arrow straight to make it count. As you can see, quarter panels are tidied up. Still not hammered out to perfection, but I need to get these wheel arches nailed. We've done all this fabrication so far, and it's merely a mock-up. And I'm okay with cutting my old work apart. It's always about just trying to get that end result.
And you come in firstly and create a nice straight shot right through that wheel opening. And I'm actually gonna lower it just a touch too.
The thing about this modification is the concept of the Riviera remains the same. I just have to rebuild this whole wheel arch to look exactly like the sheet metal should had it been made this way from the factory.
If the tire doesn't look right in the wheel opening, it looks funny. So all this debate is worth it, for sure, because I only want to make it one more time. So here's the deal. Instead of using sheet metal on that wheel arch, I'm going to use square tube.
If making rear wheel arches out of square tube was easy, everybody'd be doing it. It's not that it's impossible, but you got to have a nice graceful curve in the metal and put it all together.
Tube's going to come right through, and that'll give this a perfectly straight shot. Great little session of envisioning we had there, but now it's time to cut all this junk off and make it right. Using this angle, it's pretty thick, and that's gonna give the sheet metal something to hold on to. You could see when we attempted to do all that, we ended up with a big caved-in mess. This quarter panel has to look as if that giant stamping machine at GM nailed it. But we're changing everything, and I'm hand forming it, so it's pretty techy. The one thing that's gonna sell this idea is having that line flow straight through the fender well opening. So it's straighter than a straight line, so I'm just going by all those trim holes right down the center.
From day one, this is why I've been so interested in customizing cars. You know, it's the metal fabrication that's kind of the root of why I started this. It started with rust repair, and now it's building custom three-dimensional panels.
All right, so that's that. As far as this rear portion is concerned, I got this all fully welded up, so that ain't going nowhere. Is there something behind me? It's like, you know, when somebody pats the kid on the head, almost the same thing. It's like, keep it up, man.
First review by Senor Inspector. This may be the best walk-in ever.
This is the last part of the action, and I'm not getting distracted by any of this. You can see I'm focused. There's a tongue in my eye. So I guess you're liking this project, huh?
I don't know the breeding of this particular hound, but you never know. He may have a little of that Latino culture in his blood.
Well, guess I won't be needing a shower this evening. I'm gonna follow this angle that Victor and I started working on.
I think I'm on the right track. Shop Inspector is all full of approval, so hopefully Victor is thinking the same things. As much as I tend to get satisfied with my own accomplishments, Victor always seems to think I can do better. So I don't really know how he's gonna react to this.
Ian, how you doing?
Good, man.
How's she looking?
It's getting close. None of that is Riviera anymore. I had to make everything.
Yeah, you know what, dude? You nailed it.
Fortunately, Victor loves it. So we are on our way. 3 easy steps, 2 to go.
You got that line perfect. Look at how it goes straight to the back behind the wheel. It looks like factory. I bet you if someone had never seen a Riviera before and they seen that, they would think it's factory.
I like that, you know, you're coming around. You're actually, you know, you're 1.5 inches off the ground, and I know that's a big step for you, man. You're coming up in the world. I remember projects where you're talking about subterranean vantage points, so this is good. That was a lot more challenging than I thought, but if you're good with that, I'll follow that rocker panel right forward and we'll create the new front wheel arch. So the front wheel arch is gonna be, you know, perfectly round, basically. It's gonna match that white wall. So let me roll a ring out of the same square tube I used for the back, and then we'll just set on the car and see what we come up with.
Good, let's go for it. I recognize that.
Yeah, there was this one time where I cut this guy's Porsche apart, and I got to keep all the tires from it. So I got 4 nice tires with great tread.
Even though Victor's envisioning process isn't crystal clear right from the onset, I really like working with him because he's got a different take on everything in comparison to what I would do. So it really pushes my fabrication. There's a million ways to bend metal, you know? I choose to do it caveman style.
That's German engineering for you. It's too big, eh? Pretty close. Now you gotta shrink that up, right?
Yeah.
If it's still not right, you just kind of hand form it.
It's like one of those strongman cartoons. Popeye, you have spinach or something back there? I'm actually thinking of changing these wheels out. I brought another set of wheels with me that have the white wall, the same size tire. Let me just wheel that in so you can make the radius around the actual wheel.
I think the biggest part of any project is that wheel and tire combo. You immediately know what the flavor of the car is. Oh, perfect. Victor brings in a new set, and it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Simple and classy.
It's like a hovercraft.
Yeah, no, that's clean.
Yeah. Now that we got this tire and wheel combo, we know the diameter, so I'm gonna form the tube right around it.
So you want this thing like right up there, right?
Yes.
Look at that. All right, now when I shake my head, you stick tape on it.
Right, so to me, proportion, it's looking too small. It looks like a little teeny hole there.
I agree with you 100%. It looks like a little freaking pinhole in the side of the car. So, you know, we shrunk down that one that I rolled. Let's just roll one right out of the tire and just put that on there and see what it does.
Of primary importance is the fact that the tire looks right on the car with the fender that we're creating in place.
Yeah, no, that feels much, much better.
We're really making decisions on the car, so I'm setting up two different options just to see what looks best.
The line I see is this in between both, half distance.
Yeah. Well, I got an idea to make that happen. I'm gonna set those two rings on the car and trace right down the middle. I'm gonna tack weld them to the car and I'm gonna trace right through because we can always make it a little bit bigger easily.
Yeah.
This is decision-making central, you know? You got a concept, next step is to fab it out.
Any last wishes, last
No.
requests?
I'm ready, I'm committed, go for it.
It's a nice car.
There's a million ways to go about this, you know? I'm trying to play it conservative. You know, the back was pretty straightforward. I know the front's not gonna be that simple, so I only wanna build it once. Main thing here is to just get that mock-up three-dimensionally, you know, cardboard, tape, spray paint, whatever it takes.
This isn't the car. So you can see you're flowing in this general direction, sort of like this. Voila, instant lowrider, just add tape. I think it looks pretty aggressive with that.
It does.
Something about the paint fumes in the air, it just helps everything come together.
This is a pretty complex shape to create and then mirror on the other side of the car, so just trying to get Victor to just stick with this, you know, are you sure? Is this the way it's gonna be?
Again, I know we're gonna change it. It's just the way it happens, but I have to put it into metal now. Knowing the diameter of the opening, at least I can build to that and we can trim back, because that wheel arch that's in there has to get totally removed.
This is pretty ambitious. You know, these subtle changes are not without consequence. So, you gotta make this count.
But without no risk, there's no reward.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. No whisk, no reward.
Decision's been made, we are on our way. We're in Van Nuys, California. Van Nuys Boulevard, cruise night. If you know anything about Los Angeles, you know this is one of the scenes. I'm not one of the old timers, but I've seen a lot of movies, and a lot of them include the Van Nuys Boulevard cruise night. You name it, in the 70s, this place was hopping, and it's still going off today. One thing I can say is lowriders are a big deal at this cruise, and that's the reason Victor and I came out. There's a lot of them. They're busting the moves. They got the stereos going. It's pretty cool.
Ian, jump in. Let's go for a cruise like the old days.
So is there anything you want to change on this one, or is it okay?
No, this is it.
Okay.
This one's done.
No more enhancements?
Out here with Victor and his crew, they're in full force. All the cars I've worked on with him are here. It's pretty awesome to see the lineup.
I haven't been here since 1976. And it's deja vu, man. It's like the culture never ended. From the vans to the lowriders to the bikers.
You know where I was in 1976?
Where was that?
I was in my playpen with a diaper on. Victor's telling me this is where it all started for him. From the day he could drive, Van Nuys Boulevard was the spot. So he's been coming here since high school. It's pretty awesome.
So that's the crazy thing, you know, you've been here, you've lived this. Me growing up in New York, this view here, I've only seen in movies, you know?
Yeah, and the difference between now and then is technology. The cars go higher, the cars go faster, the cars are shinier, and it's just amazing what's happened. You know, my kids are here, the next generation, followed my passion, and they're doing the same thing I'm doing.
That's cool, man. Some of these younger kids are getting a little loose though, man. Somebody was spinning in circles.
Yeah, no, it gets crazy, like real crazy.
As far as lowriding goes, it's about dropping them, hopping them, cranking the tunes, having a good time. This is the spot for it, for sure. The whole thing with the lowrider culture is big time pride in their ride. You look at these things and they are dialed in, detailed to the max, and they use them. That's what I like. They're out, they're hopping. This is awesome.
Seeing all these cars, man, this is the scene, dude. I get it. I've always dug lowriders, but there's nothing like being in the mix, you know? In the car, cruising. I saw a bunch of vans up here too. I know the van thing was happening.
Yeah, this is where Scooby-Doo was created.
Victor's got his whole crew here. His son, Rick, is here. They each got their own rides. It's pretty cool. The thing that I'm so amazed about is, like, you know, you put airbags in a car, it lifts up and down. These cars are freaking going for it, dude, and they're working them.
The amount of money they invest in these cars is awesome. You see the murals, a whole bunch of hydraulics, airbags. The cops really don't mess with anybody either. It's just kind of, they let them do their things.
There they go.
Oh, there they go, they're starting it up. But
It's just a matter of time.
my dad's been bringing me out here since I was a little kid.
That's the crazy thing. Like, I've never cruised with Victor, with your dad. It's like the cars, I work on them and they go away. I don't know what they do.
Oh, it's great, man. And the collaboration, you guys come together with some really badass cars. The ultimate question, where's the dog?
He could never come here, man. Never, ever. He'd be a wreck. He loves lowriders.
His attraction to lowriders?
Yeah, he loves lowriders, so he'd just be a panic. He'd be one of these guys out in the street chasing the hopping cars. I think the Rivian's gonna fit right in here.
Oh, yeah, it will.
Thing is, we are slamming right through this build, so it's nice to take a night off, get a little more inspiration, get fired up. Lowrider scene kind of parallels every clique in the car culture. The guys are getting their detail in, they're having fun with their rides. It's all just a different type of style. Unbeknownst to me, the shop inspector gets special deliveries. Somebody shows up and there's a box with his name on it.
I don't know what the heck this is about, but it's addressed to Dude. Canine Dog Chore Coat.
Typically, you know, he's the naked dog, no collar. You know, he's just walking around inspecting and criticizing, and he may be up in his game.
Oh boy, this is classy. Oh, look at this. It's pretty cool, man. I think he's digging this project. He's got a lowrider, he's got a special coat, he's got 2 pockets, he's got a collar. You're looking good, man.
And this dog seems to be digging his new gear, but I'm loving it even more, you know. This is perfect. This is like a walking tool chest.
Like a pack mule. Look at this. This is epic.
Bring your tools. We got work to do.
You know, this is perfect. I don't like stuff in my pockets. I don't like jewelry. You know, I don't like to be weighed down. That's my toolkit right there.
It's all right there. It's mobile. Toss it a treat every now and then. As long as it doesn't fall asleep, it's right by your side.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
This is the crazy thing about living with this animal, is he's got a bigger fan base than I do.
Check this out. You are the luckiest dog in the world today. Look at it.
I don't get beds or jackets in the mail. I mean, what's going on here? I'm doing all the work, he's getting all the credit.
You look relaxed. It's not too shabby, huh?
Most likely this guy's gonna be sleeping on the job.
My goal today is to just get some metal representing all that tape and paper we had, and easier said than done. It's the same story with the back. The contour's got to flow, the tire's got to look right in the opening, so it's going to be just trim, check, inspect. What I figured out with the back that I wasn't even thinking about is this line kind of determines almost everything. It determines the starting point, so I'm gonna bring this right up to the tire, put on the round tube, and join the pieces. This ring is totally flat. Fender is totally curved. So I gotta totally curve this to totally make this work, dude. As simple as this front wheel arch looks, it's very complex, especially bending a tube.
I have a plan, but before I get to it, I want to replace the cardboard with sheet metal. Marker. Thank you. After going on a cruise night with Victor, I realized we had forgotten a very important part of the process, and I wanted Victor to come in and check it out before I go any further.
Ian, what's going on?
Working out these lines.
That looks nice. Right around my white wall showing.
Yeah.
Everything's flowing.
This project's a whirlwind, you know. Victor and I are all concept. The car's on the ground, it's gotta look good, it's lowered, etc. There's other factors to consider, and we gotta talk it out.
This is exactly what you're asking for.
Yes.
But it's slammed. The frame is on the ground. You got to lift the car up on the air suspension to ride. So, I mean, what I'm figuring is, you know, circle in an arch, it looks great, but it's so tight right now that when you bring that up, you know what I mean? It starts
It's
to
gonna
look weird.
funky. I'll probably be able to see the engine, right?
Well, that's the thing. It all depends on what you want out of it, but when we raise it, it might not look right.
It's gotta look as good at ride height as it does sitting on the ground, and that might mean we have to adjust these fender well openings.
I never figured on, hey, I gotta drive this thing. My look is slammed park.
Right, and that's what I mean. We built this car, but literally it is metal to concrete. Even though the rockers are up, you know, the frame is on the ground. So I got these bags just in. There's no compressor or anything. Let me hit it with the shop hose. And one thing you gotta remember is the back always lifts first. I got it so it lifts so fast that it's gonna crush those rear quarters, so just kind of watch it.
Can I have a car that just anybody could get in and lift up without having to lift the back up, the front up? Can I get a regular car where I just go up easily and down? No, lift the back up first, the front up second, turn your head left, turn your head right.
One of the subtleties about close clearances is there's a procedure. So he's not taking it easy, you know. He's like, I want a turnkey thing. Why can't my stuff be simple? Full custom ain't easy. Victor should know this by now. And in raising the car up, sure enough, the front tire looks weird.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could definitely go over curves. That's one good thing about it.
You could set up the valves to have side-to-side action, you know,
Yeah.
flip-flop like it's showing, but right now it's just a bag. One bag is pushing the air into the other, so it helps us pose the car. So right now, rocker panel's down. So that's as low as you can get. So that's
Right there.
That's about cruise
Yeah,
height
that's gonna
right
be
there.
cruise height right there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
So that's where I could drive it and still go over manhole covers and cruise it,
If
right?
you're lucky, yeah.
Yeah,
on a
so
good
then,
day.
yeah, I'm a lucky guy. We lowered this down 2 more inches. Yeah, and then now this bar's down to here and we're cruising and then we achieved what I wanted.
Right.
Changing the radius, modifying the fender a bit, it all adds to a better look in the end.
Yeah, I'm glad you said something about that because, you know me, I would have had to enhance it at the last minute. Knowing me, the bodywork would have been done, painted, and then here we go again.
Well, the good news about all this is we're already there. We're in the ballpark. I'm just gonna lower that arch down, weld it in place, duplicate it on the other side.
That mock-up is finally dialed in. Now it's time to just get her done.
No second chances, so we gotta nail this, finalize it, and get onto the rear end.
Go for it, let's do it.
After we decided that ring's gonna come down another couple inches, I decided to replace this whole piece of the fender. I came from the front all the way back and then shimmed it out with a few grinding discs on the old rim and tire just to keep that contour of the fender where I need it. Although I have the radius finished around the tire, it needs to curve with the fender too, which isn't that easy.
The focus on this whole modification is to make it look as if it could have been done that way from the factory. So the main challenge here is to maintain the lines of the Riviera, keep it subtle, as complex as it may become. The whole deal is I'm going to try to keep this distance even to about the 10:30, 11 o'clock area. And then I'm going to have to start to pie cut it.
get it to bend.
Came up with a concept of cutting this tube every few inches. The easiest way to translate that would be maybe if you know what flexible exhaust tubing does. It just is able to be formed pretty simply, so I just don't know how much cutting is going to be required. My thought is that at the end of this, it all has to get put back together, welded solid, so it's got to happen.
And then you could just take this and bring it up. We're close. The thing is, the tighter the radius, the more relief cuts I'm gonna have to make. So on a mellow curve, you know, every inch or so is good, but when it gets really tight, I'm gonna do it about every 1/4 inch.
In simplest terms, this is the simplest way to achieve this. It's a lot of effort, but you can see that it's working.
As flat as this car looks, it's super curvy. When you're coming into that front fender, it's about an 8-inch radius. Looks like it's flat, but it's curved this way and it's curved this way. And I'm using flat steel. Victor said it was gonna be easy.
I was trying to hold Victor to this concept of 3 easy steps, so we've already gone way past that.
Just modify everything. 3 easy steps. As far as the world of fender forensics goes, this is represented by this. These tabs are representing the underside, and now I have to create this outer lip. But you can see the radius differs from the bottom. There's almost nothing. It's almost flat, and it turns into this really dishy shape. That's what the boss wants.
In the end, I got to make sure that this concept translates to a solid finish, and it's all about whatever it takes at this point.
It's just one of those things. I can't stand flies in the shop. And we have horses next door. Horse, look, it's right behind me. It's coming in fast. It's smart. I've tried to gas it 5 times already.
Can't stand it. For some reason, I'm a fly magnet. I'm like Pigpen.
I think he bugged out. Oh, it's right behind me again. Oh, look at that. Sorry, fool. You're done.
Spray paint's around, you know? It's an ugly color. I'm not gonna paint anything orange, so it's fly repellent.
That's what you get for landing on my sheet metal.
Again, forming a flat sheet into a 3-dimensional shape, there's a million ways and a million high-tech tools to do that. Or you could just splice it into little pie cuts and form it around the fender. The statement of reforming a fender is simple. The challenge of accomplishing that is a ton of work, and that's the thing. I knew this was not going to be 3 easy steps.
The whole concept was, this is strong, strong, strong. You see the fender's flexing. Outer ring is rock solid.
End of the day, this is what the car needs, and I'm all about doing whatever it takes.
There's still a ton of work to do up inside, but right now it's all about the external appearance.
Last few details to wrap up, and this side of the car is done.
Wow, that really looks good. I love the way that looks.
Good to hear. That was a lot of messing around.
Yeah, I love the way you added this piece on here. You dropped it down a couple inches so it starts to taper down to make the car flow out. I mean, that's brilliant.
You know, once we lowered everything, it really needed that front little part of the fender to match, because, you know, dropping the center of the arch 2 inches just changed the whole look of that wheel well. So I just made what looked right.
And I see you did something here to tie this in. That really flows. It actually adds to the car. Like, it looked like it was built from the factory that way.
I think that this is kind of that what happened moment, you know, and that's cool. Guys that know the Riviera will look at it and wonder if it wasn't some kind of special edition, who knows what. Even though it was a ton of work, in the end, it is pretty subtle.
Yeah, you know what, Ian? This side is done. I mean, 100%. The rest of it will take care of it in body work. All flows came out like better than I expected it to.
Victor's really digging the whole line of this car, you know? He's like, oh yeah, it's the lowrider I wish I could have had in high school.
I gotta get a hat and some shades, man.
Speaking of that, I got a surprise.
Let me raise it up so you can see the white wall at like driving height, and I'll show you how it's gonna look up and down. I just got them hot wired to a battery in the trunk right now. So. Watch when you hit the switch, because it's like, it gets up kind of quick.
Wow, easy there. Easy there, partner. That's ridiculous.
It's like bucking bronco. At the front, I slowed down a little. It's not too much.
And it don't go side to side, does it?
It does all the moves, baby. So if you want to, you know, get your ghetto groove on, you can dump it side to side too. So we'll have a little gangster lean if you want that.
Victor wanted a lowrider, that's what he's got. Front, back, side to side.
You took that literally seriously about the lowrider stuff, huh?
That's what you want, man, right?
The thing is, it's not quite hopping hydraulics motion. You know, this is a cruiser, air suspension works perfect. The sides look like you're drawing, but there is no reference as to what the heck's going on with the front or the back end of this car.
And there's a reason for that. I figured once we finished the sides, we'd get the feel, and we don't need no plan to tell us what we have to do in the front. All we have to do is walk over and start thinking and talking, and we will come up with something, I'm positive.
We don't need no stinking plans.
Never. Yes, and the more I look at it, we're in trouble.
I think we made a lot of progress on the side view of this car. It's better than I had hoped, you know. Front and rear are next. I got a few ideas, and I'm sure Victor has got a mind of his own. Who knows where it's going.